Hello. It's me, Nikki from Coming Ruby. I pray everyone is having an amazing day. I just want to come in here and just share some awesome things that God's been showing me and revealing to me as it pertains to it being our season, our time of harvest. God will use the most simple things to portray a message to you or to confirm things that are upcoming in your life. And I'm so excited to share with you how He's been revealing these things to me. So let's just jump right in. Over the last few weeks, I've done a few videos as it pertains to harvest. We know there's always going to be seed time and a harvest, a time for sowing and a time for reaping. A time where, we're sowing, we're in a space where God is doing so much. We're being obedient. We're allowing God to prune us, cultivate us, and just teach us so much. And then there's harvest time when God is saying, okay, you're about to reap all the things that you've sown. You're about to reap things that you've lost. You're about to reap things that I have decreed and declared were yours. Well, guess what? A lot of us are in that season of harvest time, and God has been speaking that to me numerous times in the last few months. And so let me tell you guys, He has been making sure that I get this point in the most simple ways. So the first example I have for you, I was doing an Instacart order, and you know how when you do, there's my little butterfly. I'm telling you guys, this little white butterfly always seems to appear when I'm outside doing a video. That's just no coincidence. But back to the story, I'm distracted. So like I said, I was doing an Instacart order, and when you're about to check out on Instacart, they have these different items pop up as you're checking out. They'll be like, are you sure you're done? Have you tried this? Just whatever to get you to try and purchase something else. As I was checking out, that popped up. And up popped a snack that I used to enjoy several years ago, but I had literally forgotten about these snacks and how much I had enjoyed them. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm all excited, like, yeah, I remember these bad boys. And so I put them in my cart, and then I proceed to check out. As I'm checking out, I realize that it's a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one free. Even better, right? So I get even more excited then. So as I deliver the Instacart order, I'm pulling out the groceries, and you guys, it hit me then. The snack that I pulled out was called Harvest Snaps. Harvest Snaps, you guys. I totally did not think about that when I was getting those snacks. So I knew that God was trying to get my attention. God is wanting us to know that it is indeed harvest time. And as I'm just sitting there, just taking that all in, He drops in, and it was a BOGO deal. Buy one, get one free. Another thing He's been just making sure I get in my spirit is that He is bringing a double portion. I'm going to include a pic of the BOGO that I got, the two of the Harvest Snaps. I just gotta let you guys see this. I literally just sat there and chuckled to myself because I could not believe that God used some Harvest Snaps. Some Harvest Snaps, Lord. Listen, God will use whatever He has to drive the point home, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Harvest Snaps, y'all, I'm just still blown away by the fact that it was Harvest Snaps. How much more on point can that be? God is about to bring about a double portion in your life. And He's wanting me to encourage you that He is going to do exactly what He said concerning you. And it is happening now. Now. The fact that it was a BOGO was amazing in itself. But also the fact that it was a snack that I used to enjoy several years ago. I would grab 2 or 3 bags whenever I was in the grocery store, and me and my daughter would go in on these things, y'all. And just like those Harvest Snaps popped up, as I was checking out, unexpectedly, God was saying, I remember. I know what you have asked for. I know what things bring you joy. And I am bringing them about suddenly, unexpectedly. I know the things that you lost that were precious to you. Things that you had to experience that were shameful, that brought about ridicule, that hurt you, that caused great heartbreak. And I am bringing those things back to you. But not just bringing them back to you. I'm bringing them back better. You're getting double. And even as I mentioned, God saying you're getting better, I think about how the packaging was even better than I previously remember it being. It was more vibrant. The harvest fields on the front of the packaging was just so beautiful. They had clearly upgraded their packaging. Ooh, that was a bug on me, you guys. Sorry. And as I'm speaking, I keep hearing this song that's been in my spirit. I can't remember the title of the song, but I just remember this one part that just keeps playing over in my spirit. And it's, you'll always show up. You'll always come through for me. That song has been replaying over and over in my spirit. And God is saying he's always going to show up for you. He's going to always come through for you. Just check the history. Hasn't he always did what he said he was going to do? Hasn't he always brought you out of situations that you just didn't see a way out? God allows us to experience things so he can show himself big. He doesn't want us to go through things that are painful, that are hurtful, that are shameful, but he does use those things to reveal his glory, to cause your faith to increase, to propel you into different places in him. I'm telling you guys, God wastes nothing. I always say that God wastes nothing. And he is saying he is coming through for you. He will always show up for you because you are his beloved. And the second thing that happened, you guys, actually happened this morning. Funny enough, I was doing another Instacart order. I'm always ordering for Instacart. Y'all pray for me. But I was doing an Instacart order. I am a coffee fan. I enjoy good coffee and brew my coffee at home. And I have been on the hunt for this pumpkin spice vegan coffee that I truly enjoyed last year, but I have not been able to find it this year. It's been sold out everywhere. And so yesterday I was with my sister and we were talking about this particular coffee creamer because I turned her on to it. And so we were just talking about how we couldn't find it anywhere. So lo and behold, she texts me this morning and she said, what was the name of that coffee creamer again? So I tell her and she sends me a picture of it sitting in her buggy. And she said she was going to get it for me and bring it to me. I don't think it's coincidence that it came when it did. But God is saying, if I care about these small things in your life, these small desires, these small pleasures, how much more am I going to come through for those big things that I promised you? Things are coming with such an ease in this season. Things that, you're not going to have to strive for, toil for, but God's going to just cause these things to come with an ease because it's simply the time for it. It's simply his desire for you to have. It's simply a season of recovering all, of restoration, of recompense, of fulfilled promises. So just rejoice. Rejoice because God is doing much and he's going to do exactly what he said concerning you. Isaiah 61:7 says, "For your shame you shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them." So I share this to encourage you all who have been waiting for fulfilled promises, waiting on God to shift things in your life, waiting on certain things that you know God has promised you and is indeed telling you it is now, it is now, it is now. Stand firm on what he has spoken to you. Continue to cling to him. Continue to spend time at his feet, to worship him, praising him, and thanking him for all that he has done. And continue to stay in a place of listening. God is always speaking, and he's using the most simple things to deliver messages to us. So I just encourage you to pay attention to the detail. He's wanting to show you things before they happen. He's wanting to confirm things in ways that you did not expect. He used some harvest snaps, some coffee creamer to encourage me that even the small things matter. I am indeed delivering what I said, whether it be a childhood desire to now. I remember it all. In this new place where God has called you, and I know so many of us feel this shift. I mean, even if you don't even know what it is, you feel something different. You feel something going on in the atmosphere. And it's just God letting you know that he has indeed moved you, and he's indeed moved you to your land of milk and honey, that promised land, that prosperous place, that place where you're going to recover all that place where you're going to be able to be used in the capacity that I've created you to be used in. He just began to just download all this stuff. Like, you're about to really, really see the hand of God in your life in ways you never thought possible, because you have graduated. You have been shifted into this new place, your land. Not nobody else's land, but my land of milk and honey. And so in that place, he said that he will give you double. You will rejoice. You will have everlasting joy. So I want to encourage you all that God is calling you to your place of everlasting joy, a place where you're going to just rejoice, where things are going to come with the ease, where you're going to be able to receive all that God has promised you. There's going to be an outpouring because it is just time. And when God says it's time, there's nothing that can stop it. And like I said, it's going to come with such an ease. You're going to be like, wow, it's going to be almost like, is this normal? This doesn't make sense to me. things that people toil and strive for, you're just giving them to me. And I didn't have to do A, B, or C, but you're saying you're giving it to me because I am your child and it is my time. And you have saw the tears I sowed. You have saw my patience, my endurance, my righteousness, my faithfulness unto you, my trust, my faith. You saw this, Lord God, and you're saying I'm giving you double. Just got all excited, you guys, because I just feel God's presence as I'm speaking. It's like God is just wanting you to know that that you're not crazy. You heard what you heard, and you're about to see all that you heard, and you're going to see that God indeed is talking to you. God indeed is revealing those things to you about your life. Yes, you're gonna do those great exploits. You're gonna do those things that God said you're gonna do. You're gonna prosper like God told you you're gonna prosper. You're gonna do things that you never saw. You're gonna be the breaker in your family. God has chosen you. He has chosen you. It's gonna change the trajectory of your whole family. It's gonna set your family up for generations and generations to come, because God is saying, I chose you. Yes, you may have been the underdog. You may have been seen as the underdog, but God is saying, no, I chose you for such a time as this, because I have need of you and the things that I placed within you. You have a great call upon your life, and I am coming for that. I have cultivated, I have pruned, I have allowed you to be laid bare before me. You've lost things that would have caused other people to just fall apart. But yet you have continued to worship me, to praise me, to trust me, and to seek the good in all things, to seek what God is speaking in all things. And God is saying, I am recovering and restoring and causing all things to be turned around in your favor. The great reversal, the great turnaround. You are indeed walking into your promised land. So rejoice, you guys. Get excited, because things will never be the same. I've been hearing that like the last few days. Things will never be the same. I love you guys so much. Be blessed.